Well, g'day tubes, how's she going? Pretty good here and stuff. Think I'm cold free. You know what I mean? Down. But anyways, I was just out with my generator and jackhammer doing a little bit of frost mining, I guess we'll say, just to kind of see. I got a family that wants to do a burial possibly for Saturday, and I said to the funeral director, I'm like, I don't know, dude. That last one had like 32, 33 inches of frost in it. That was insane. And yeah, I was out with my jackhammer because the machine just wouldn't do anymore. It was done. It was like just trying to scrape the edge of concrete, like really bad. So if you picture, say, like an in-ground pool that's got a concrete liner side on it and stuff, it's basically trying to scrape up that thing, and it just wasn't doing nothing. So yeah, to get the hole the right size, I had to get my jackhammer out there, and actually that worked pretty good because it was already broken away, so you could take chunks off, right? I used this bit here. This is one of the bits I got from KW Surplus, I think it was, and it was sharp. Hang on, I can't see what I'm shooting at here. Yeah, this was a sharp point, so yeah, I could cut her down a little bit, but what my sort of idea was today, maybe, I know they make these things and then they flare out into like a little shovel, round kind of shovel. Now, I don't know if I do mine round or square or what, but I was thinking of getting maybe something like a 1/2 inch piece of stuff here. I know I've got some surplus. There we go, down there, perfect. And 1/2 inch is probably a little heavy. I doubt that they'd be that heavy if you bought the actual one. I'm going to see if I can pull up a picture on my phone, show you kind of what I mean. Okay, see if I can get it zoomed in here. Something I'm thinking, we used to have at the rental, something like this guy here. Sort of like a shovel head. Now they have, you know, wider chisels. You know, and then, you know, different. So, ooh, there's even like a pointy one. Look at that one. Oh. So, they have lots of different ones actually. They have like a spoon looking one too there. I don't know, the ones I've always seen were kind of like this guy here. Now, you know, I could go buy one. Now, I'm going to do this. I'm going to probably weld the thing onto here. It's not going to be hardened or nothing, and it probably won't last very long. Although, you never know. You never know. Depends how thick it is and how... I don't know. You'd have to somehow... Yeah, that's it there. Kind of a shovel kind of thing, you know. Now, that's got a round nose on it. I'm wondering if they had one... You know, that one's sort of roundish, too. Kind of sort of roundish. These are actually meant for clay. I think these are a clay spade, they call them. Now in frost, I don't know how it's going to work. I might be better with something pointier. And it was sort of and cut through, but I don't know. Might be awful hard on the machine too, but depends how huge you make it. Now, for just say, well, I'll get into other stuff here now. For just say, oh, look at that one. That's a freaking meat tenderizer. Holy, that looks like mean. For what I'm going to use here, I should go and see actually what they charge for one. Okay, let me see if I can find some kind of price list here. Alright, so I pulled up the website where I got my tool from here, the Bosch hammer drill, and yeah, they're 70 bucks. For that one, it's a good thing it's got measurements. 4.5 inch wide by 17 inch long. That one's a little, you know, square profile. It's a little more, 80 bucks, 15 inch. So, yeah, you know what? For probably as much as I would actually use it, I'm going to try to make my own. What the heck, eh? There's the other little wider chiselly one, and it's, geez, it's $40 just for that. Wow. So, but, you know, this will be tempered and hardened and stuff, so it'll probably last a little longer, but, you know, for as much as I'm going to use mine. What the heck, eh? So, first of all, though, I was kind of thinking, geez, it's been a while since I changed my oil on my generator here. Maybe we should do the oil change in the generator. So we're gonna need somewhere under here. I don't really want to use that big guy. There is another container here. That'll be a little more better. And maybe see if I can get that a little higher, and we can dump the oil out. I just had this running, so it's still warm, so that's good. It'll, you know, drain out for quite a wee little bit there. And what am I going to put back in it? I usually just put straight 30 in, and I'll have to see what I got left here. But anyways, let's get this up a little higher maybe. Okay, that looks like a 10 mil there. I should probably give that a little blast off with some cleaner, and we'll give her a blast of air too here. Okay, here we go. Okay, so get an air hose here. Not that this really matters to be super clean here, but you know, you could contaminate the inside of your engine a bit too, right? I don't know why these new brake cleaners I'm getting there, you know, the pressure in them, but it doesn't seem like a lot. Okay, that's probably pretty good. Okay, so that's not too bad there. Now we're gonna need, I think I put my tools away. Oh crap. We're gonna need our tools. Okay, so that I think is a 10 minutes. Oh, tools are escaping. Back up in there. That one. Extender. I think I've changed oil in this maybe once. Oops. So we'll check the oil, or dump the oil. Now, don't know if you guys are noticing. Keep your ears open and see how often the heater's turning on here. Before we put the insulation above here, it was about every maybe 2.5 minutes it would turn back on. And I think I've extended it a bit by putting this insulation up here by, seems about 8 or 10 minutes now it'll turn on again. Oh, of course that all depends on how cold it is outside, but okay, that we're gonna need a little towel for cleaning off this crap. Yeah, I'd say that's probably was due. It's pretty black. Geez, maybe I've never changed it. Honestly, I can't remember when I did it last, so if you can't remember when you did it last, it's probably never been done. So, oil to go back in. I want to check the spark plug, but of course it's on the other side. And I could have, no, there's no drain on that side, so I can't drain that side out. I do want to check the air filter. So while this is draining, I'll bring you to the other side here. Okay, so in this little cover here, the air box, is the filter. And it says it's smaller than a, not even 9, it's probably an 8. 8. Now this generator is really weird. And I never figured out why it's doing or does what it does. What it does is start it up and use it. It runs. Okay, good. Now if you just shut it off, it won't start again. As in, say I wanted to use it tomorrow. Now the only way I found to get it to relieve that is shut the fuel off and let it run dry. Now why it's doing it that way, I don't know. I don't know. I've always found it that I've had to do that with this thing, and it's, you know, weird. Like, you can't just shut her off, expect it to start, choke the next day. Will not start, not a bit. So yeah, it's been odd, we'll say. Okay, so in here is our little foamy air filter. It's actually not really too bad looking. Might give her a little blast here. There's a bit of oil leaking out here. Look at all that oil in there. So that is either because I've had it too full. Oh yeah, look. There's oil I'm squeezing out of here. That's because I've either had her too full and it's coming out of the rocker cover here and then draining down in, or there's a problem. Holy cow, look at all this oil I'm pulling out here. Now, you're supposed to oil these anyways when you service these, because what the oil does is allows the dust and contaminants to get, squeeze all this oil out here, to get stuck to the oil. There's actually quite a bit laying down in there, so I don't know if I like that too much. So generally what you do is spray some, I don't think I have it down, no I don't have it down here. I've got cleaner for this for the bikes and stuff. That's, it's not too bad now. So you gotta watch what you put. If you put this stuff on it, it could deteriorate this stuff real easy, right? So that one's still good and clean and foamy and stuff. I'll let that sit a minute. But there's a tremendous amount of oil coming out of this thing. That really shouldn't be. And this is where the air gets sucked in here. I think it is there, and then yeah, into the foam. So it kind of sucks it off the bottom. Okay, how's our dripping going here? I'm just going to tilt it forward a little. Oh, the furnace just turned on. Okay, ready? So that, I'm not going to time it, but technically it shouldn't need to run as long either. So I'm just going to tilt this forward a bit, get the last little bits out of here. Could probably jack it up on the back here with something. It makes me nervous doing that, because it might fall off then, right? It's got a bit of angle to her. We'll let her sit there a bit. Okay. So, yes, I don't know why it's doing that. That's sort of really not too good, but there's not really much I can really do about it. That doesn't seem to fit in there too well. I don't know why. I think that was the right way. I don't know. It's probably just supposed to sit there and keep it getting sucked into the engine, I think. Well, that was the right way. It's got a special cut there. Sorry for blocking you, but that's what I like in there. So we'll just stick that back in. I think it's pretty much well oiled. Yeah, but the starting thing, I don't know why it does that. I've never really figured that out. It's just odd. It seems fine if you just turn the fuel off and let it run dry. No bolts, eh? Tiny. maybe there's a problem inside of the rocker cover there. Maybe we'll have to have a look in there too and see if we can see something that's not maybe right. It's good there. I guess that's drained out pretty good. I probably could leave it overnight, but I'm gonna just put this back together I think now. That'll get most of her anyways. 98%. We'll give her a 98. Yeah, so I was out this morning and did some probing, I guess you would say, with the jackhammer and stuff here. And just to see how much frost was where and stuff. And okay, so that's good, that's good, that's good. We should probably put some oil back in them. See my shelf here, what we got. Compressor oil, that's no good. 730. Another jug of compressor oil too. That's probably something I should be doing too. Okay, let me see what I can find for oil. Okay, so heater's still running. Put this back down here again, just in case I spill. So I got some oil here, not much in that one though, so I'm gonna have to contemplating what to put, because I normally put 30 in it, but sometimes you put 30 in it. It makes it hard to start if it's really, really cold outside. This stuff's been outside and it's really cold, or out in the cold side there. It's pretty thick, so I don't know. I was thinking of a 5W30, but then, you know, I don't know. I think I'll just put the 30 back in it. So, it's pretty thick. It's, you know, cold enough that it's kind of doubling up on itself and then it all kind of blends together. But like there's no oil pump in this, so it's not like it's pumping oil, making the pump work hard and trying to start it. So it's, you know, it's just take a bit to warm up to start lubricating stuff the way it should. But I don't know. We always use 30 weight oil at the rental I worked at there, so just a general purpose lube, I suppose. So I'm going to just fill it up until it stops roughly at the threads here. So that's going to be it, I think. I'll have to let it warm up and check it, I guess, because this stuff's kind of sitting there looking like it's full, but it's probably really not. Yeah, it's not there yet. Probably almost takes a liter. Or 946 mil. And we'll check the spark plug. See what shape he's in. Yep, pulling sockets out. Holy cow. Back in there. It's getting there. Now this was just a cheapy generator I got from Walmart, like, oh god, it's got to be 7-8 years ago now. It's had a fair bit of running. I actually ran it pretty much one whole summer there to run my air conditioner, my window air conditioner at the house. So I'm like, what the heck, I might as well just, you know, do it that way instead of paying the hydro company. You know, it cost me a bit in gas, but that would burn probably, I don't know, 5 gallons every couple of days maybe. It was a fairly beefy air compressor, so it made her work pretty good. It's only a 3,000 watt generator, 20 amp breakers on it here, breakers on it. 120 volt. And that thing was like a 10,000 BTU, 10,500 BTU air conditioner, so it was probably pulling like 2,500 watts, probably about 18 amps, so it was pretty much full bore going. Okay, I'm going to leave her at that for now. I'm just going to put the plug back in, and then I'll check her again later when it's kind of warm and settle a little bit. Okay, put this up before I dump it. That would be really bad. Need a towel. Go there for now. Oh yeah, we gotta have a look at this little John Deere weed whacker today too. We get time for that. She should be able to. Okay, so back in here. Hopefully I got you on the shot. Not too bad. Back in here's the Sparky plug, and I don't think that's the right size. Nope. So let me go find the right size here. In the box of tools should be no, that won't work. Just saw it the last second. I think that's a 13/16 normally. Let's see here. That'll work. And we can put our 10 away. Almost need a longer extension for this feller, but we got her. So tomorrow I've got a garage door guy coming to look at my big door back here and maybe replace the seals on it, because I've seen when we got that snow there, the bottom parts of the seals are like all leaking and stuff, and there was snow blowing in through there. I'm like, well, if the snow's able to blow through there, there's a lot of air able to blow through there. So we're going to get them to come look at the door seals, and then probably have them do something with the lift thing on the top there too, where it's kind of separating and pulling apart. Ooh, wow, that's actually really not too bad. She's a little whitish, which means it's running a little bit lean, but geez, that's not too bad, you know. That's decent. So that's a champion champion prod, but geez, yeah, I'm actually quite surprised it's not that that dirty, really. Wow. So it's not burning any oil. That's good. Everything's good inside of there. It's just leaking at other places. So, I don't know what I'm going to do with that, but wanted to see if I could see down inside here. Yeah, there's a little carbon down in there on the piston. I know you guys can't see it, but I need a little pinhole camera with a little light on it. You can stick down there and you can check everything. It'd be awesome. That actually looks really, really good. So, I don't even think I'm going to clean that up or put a new one in. I'm just going to stuff her back in here. Actually, I want to check the spark here. Try to get her set up where you guys can maybe see a bit of sparking. Hang on, I'm going to set this up. So the heater's just, what's going on here? There. The heater has just turned the burner part off. Actually, you know what? Without opening any doors, I'm going to time it when it shuts off of here to when it turns back on. Hang on a sec here. Oh crap! Oh, using my other phone. Stopwatch. Start. Okay, so she's going. We've lost about 6 seconds there, but anyways. Okay, so we got that there. We got it. It's already on, so it should spark. not too bad. Not a super nice bright spark, but it's not super too bad. Let's see if I can get you a little bit closer there, because I want to watch it after too. So it's not tremendous, but it's not too bad. That electrode doesn't look too lined up together though, do they? I'm gonna have to look at that maybe too here. Alright, I think I'll just put this back in for now. I should look at the number, RN12YC. I don't think I got any of those. That's really almost exactly the same as what the Hondas have in them. Watch yourself! These are NGKs, yeah, they're different. Oh yeah, they're BPR90S. That's actually quite similar, I think. Yeah, it's a little different. But anyways, okay, so yeah, we'll just throw this guy back in. The gap doesn't look too bad. I didn't measure or nothing, but I think we'll be alright with that. And I wouldn't mind. Actually, does it tell you on this anywhere? Oh, it does tell you the no displacement engine. Doesn't tell you spark plug information. So you'd have to take it out. Oh, it's got a 29 in the serial number, date of manufacture. Date of manufacture. I don't understand that, but it's 0730002956. I didn't even know that. And yes, for use, I don't know what this 29 thing is. I am going to, one of these days, do an explanation video on that. Wow, I didn't realize how rusty the muffler and crap was getting here. Okay, so that we're just going to leave out for now. I want to pop this cover off here just to look inside of there. That looks like it's yep, she's a number 8. This looks exactly like the Honda too, doesn't it? Probably all the parts would fit. I don't know if I'm going to end up wrecking this gasket too, getting this off of here. Now, tomorrow my garage door guy said he didn't know, he didn't tell me what time. I actually never asked either what time he figured he'd be here, but probably be sometime in the morning, I would think. I don't know. So, let's see. Oh, well, that just popped right off. So, I don't know why it's got to be coming out of there. It's the only thing I can think, you know, because that's like the direct line right into there and then the slops on the bottom. Like, I don't understand, like, you know, it's the same sort of cover where it would be pumping through that little hole there. But I don't know. I don't know why it's doing that. Maybe it's got too much pressure. Too much pressure. Ooh, that's pretty grimy there though, wow. Ew. But anyways, these don't feel too bad. I'm just sort of doing them by hand. You know, I think that should be alright. That's interesting though, why it's pumping it out there. You wouldn't think it would do that. But anyways, I guess that's all I can do. This gasket isn't tremendous. It's actually been over tightened, I think, there when they maybe built it or something, and it's kind of tore the gasket out here a little bit, but that's sort of kind of on the top, so shouldn't make a huge difference. Now I could probably put some of my blue stuff on this too and seal it up again, but I don't know whether I should or not. I don't imagine there's like a ton of pressure here, so I don't think I'm going to bother sealing it back up. Oh, it should be, gasket should be replaced actually. Yeah, I could make one too, but I'm feeling lazy today. Good. Oh, the heater just turned back on, so 6 minutes and probably 50 seconds there. That's not tremendous. It's better than 3 minutes, I think it was before. Well, fixing the door seals on the big door will probably really help, and it's not the really best door they put on there either. Like, it's cold. It's not very well insulated, so that's like a huge major factor there. Now it'd be interesting to see if I closed the door that goes to out there, what the difference would be. I can actually maybe try that too. Close this door here. Keep the heat in there, in here from going out there. It'll probably stretch that to about 20 minutes, I bet. Now I notice some of the windows too are kind of leaking a little bit and stuff, but trying to get all the big gaps fixed first, you know. The actual behind my shelf here with all my crap on it here, I'm kind of thinking I maybe need to somehow maybe frame and insulate that. And there's a big door there too that's probably leaking around the bottom stuff. I think doing that would make a pretty big difference. Okay, that should be good there. We better hook this back up or wonder why it won't start. That should be good. The other thing I wouldn't need doing, I should have done it while I guess I could just, there's a lot of crud there. Wouldn't mind cleaning that out, but it started fine, so I'm not really too worried about the carbonator stuff. But oh yeah, she's getting rusty. Quite rusty in there. Oh, they give you right here. I'm sorry, I'm just trying to decipher that. They give you it's embossed into the plastic housing on everything here what the gap's supposed to be for the intake and exhaust valve. 0.1 millimeter. That's like, holy cow, that's thin. Super close tolerant. But anyways, let me show you that here. So there. That's kind of a neat thing to stamp on there. I didn't even notice that till now too. So yeah, she's getting kind of rusty in here. It's gonna probably start getting loud and noisy soon. And then what do you do? I think I only paid like $250 for this thing when it was new. So I don't know. She's a good old girl. Still works pretty good. So drive on, I guess. So let's give her a little fire up here on the counter. Just a short one. I don't want to, you know, smoke myself out. I should probably take her outside. Oh yeah, when I first got this thing, it had a gas gauge on the top tank of the tank here, and I guess that plastic was like not safe for gas, so they didn't, you know, get that right. And within like a couple of hours, the thing fell out and broke. I'm like, really? What a piece of junk. So I just put in. Well, it's kind of gone crappy and leaking again now, but I just put in Seal All, I think it was called. It's safe for gas and stuff like this. And yeah, it was kind of hard to patch it up like that, but I wouldn't want to dump it up on its end. But anyways, okay, let's turn the gas back on. We'll let her drizzle in for a minute. The fuel line's still nice and soft, so that's good. I should just give that oil a little check again here. I'm sure I put enough in just to start it. It does have a low oil light though, which probably doesn't work, but let's see here. That should be fine. Okay, so she's had probably enough time to choke on. Fan on and I'm getting all my stuff sucking out. I don't know if you can see it, but it's finding holes and stuff. There's a big hole for some reason right here. I actually feel air getting sucked down through there. That's interesting. There was some falling over here somewhere too. It is sucking air through there. Wow, that's not too good. Only because I got this closed. I guess I'm gonna have to ruin my heater thing here. Want to suck these fumes out of here, right? You can hear the door though, right? Oh yeah, look at that. You can see gap too. That should be way better than that. I don't know. Maybe they're gonna have to replace the door for me. Something's not sitting quite right. Now if I turn the fan off, I'm sure that would be better, but she's definitely sucking air out of there. Let's just try that. Let's turn the fan off for a sec. See if this goes back. Yeah, it's a little better there now. Wow, that's got some suction power, that fan, eh? Suck your insulation right out of your ceiling. That's pretty awesome. So yeah, there's probably a couple of holes I'm gonna have to fill here and there and everywhere. You know, like sucking air out of here. I'm really surprised it's sucking air though, actually. I'm surprised it's able to do that. So that tells me that I'm going to have to probably install some kind of vent somewhere. Where exactly, I don't know, but something that will open up, suck air, fresh air in, instead of sucking it all through the cracks and crevices of the whole building here. Holy cow. Because that's actually sucking the door open there. That's a tremendous amount of air getting sucked out. Now that'll probably totally change if I just open her a hair bit. Now it's sucking it all out at the bottom, right? But It's interesting that it's got that much movement there. A guy will look at her all tomorrow and he'll probably say, oh, this one's junk, you gotta get a new door. But yeah, this is like a cold door. It's just as cold as the wall. So like there's like no insulation value at all. Even though it's supposed to be an insulated door, I mean, that's only, it's hardly anything in there. It's just got that foam stuff. Geez, I don't know. Maybe it's not insulated. I'd really like to pop one of these out of here and see what's inside. It's probably just that little thin board, sprayed in board stuff. It's not very good, right? So, but anyways, definitely made it colder here now. So we're gonna shut this down, and better shut my door here too. Try to keep my heat in. Down. Okay, so, but yeah, where the heck was it now? I was looking, I could see gaps and air down through there and stuff, so you know, that's not helping. Boy, that's really not the super greatest door ever, that's for sure. 10 by 10, but it's only like an inch thick at the most. Seems kind of ridiculous, but that's what they put in when they did all this here. So we'll see what the guy says tomorrow. But you know, because this would be huge major heat loss here. I mean, look at the air down there. That's just pouring in. You might as well leave the door open. But yeah, anyways, we'll see what the guy says. So generator's good. We'll let her sit at that, I guess. I'm gonna put her back out back here again, and probably gonna need her if I gotta dig a funeral for coming up here. All right, so I'm kind of working on a little bit of a design of this guy here, but I could either do it out of this stuff, which would be a lot less cutting for me, because this piece isn't square to anything. Like, you know, it's got an arc here, and this isn't, you know, it's gonna take a lot more cutting. Or this is only 3 and it's a little bit over 3 1/4. Where's my better tape? This tape I'm using is my pocket tape, and it's not really super too good. 3 3/8 of an inch. Where this one I've drawn here to the full 4, which they had on their thing. And I think what I would do is kind of cut, get this kind of centered, and then cut this guy kind of open too, so this thing would fit kind of on both sides, and you could weld from both sides of the Dewey. I think that would probably be the best bet. Now, how long would you want to make it? Well, I've only got to, unless I move the whole system over here, I've only got to, oh well, that also depends if you put like a, that doesn't show you too well, like an arc thingy. I need something that's a big circle. That would make kind of a nice arc thingy. A nice arc thingy. It's not quite square. It needs to come down like this more, I think. Actually, I need to, how am I going to do that? I need to get a square line here so I can line this side up with this side, but I think if I kind of fudged it here a little bit, that's a little better. So yeah, actually that, you know, might not be too bad. I wouldn't mind maybe a little bit longer, or maybe this not in quite as far, but it's going to be less welding to the two Deweys there, right? So should have come over more. But anyways, let me maybe redraw this thing here, and then we'll, because I wouldn't mind it maybe a little bit longer. Although they did give the dimensions of that whole thing. Let me check those first. Okay, so this shape of one was 17 inch. So if I start that there, presumably to there. Oh yeah, I already got over that. I've got to the very end of the bit is, we'll say 21. So I'm already more awesome. Now I wouldn't mind it longer because if you're standing, oh, it's hard to show you this, but say the edge here is the edge of our grave, we'll say, okay? So I'm chiseling here, but you know, I gotta be chiseling like way down here more, so a little longer probably wouldn't be better. Would be better, but because then you're not gonna be halfway down in the hole trying to chisel the thing out, right? But then vice versa again, if you're at the top of the hole, you don't want to be, you know, like 4 feet in the air kind of thing. So I guess if I'm gonna do her, I gotta do her now though. Okay, let me either, maybe I won't scrub that one out, I'll redraw another one over here, maybe in the middle a little more better. Okay, so because I still may use that guy there yet, I don't know. Now I just got crap all over me. Okay, so first of all, how did I do that now? I wish I had something that was perfectly 4 inch. Geez, I must have something here I could draw that a little easier. Hang on, let me look. Okay, I haven't got nothing. So I'm going to do all this by hand-ish. So we're going to start, draw a line up the edge here. So that'll be our extreme far edge. Okay, so technically all this will get chopped. Now if I measure over, I don't want to do this probably on the inside here would be better. Okay, so if I measure over 4 inch there, 4 inch there, draw a line down here. That should be square there. And technically that should be square there. Now, this will get chopped right off of there, so that will be scrapped. Now, can the picture show me roughly, as in the spade or the thingy, how far it goes into the shovel? Not really. It's not that far though. Now mind you, that's all been nicely molded into it, but if I put her there somewhere, put her there! Roughly. So that gets hacked off. Now it's going to need some more precision than just doing that, but you know, because I didn't even measure that to see if it was 1 5/8. Pretty darn good. I'll take her. It doesn't look like it's square like this way, but it's hard to get the good measurement on here with it. It's 1 3/4. Yeah, it's not squared that way super awesome great, but really I don't think it's going to really matter because you're going to be moving your hammer around everywhere anyways. Okay, so the worst case scenario, we could go that way too. We make her nice and wicked long. Now this won't fit in my box. That's the only downfall. How's that looking? Got that one pretty close. Let's just do a measure here. 12 inch. Holy frick. That's frickin' pretty good. That one, kibosh, kibosh. Now, cutting this. I'm really trying not to cut stuff inside anymore. I'm gonna have to probably take her outside and cut her. Yeah, only because I really don't want to be cutting inside. Now, this would be really nice if this was, well, I guess no, actually that should work good. Being round, once I get it in there, it'll be kind of like that, right? Oh crap, I don't even know if you can see that. Hang on. Oh, maybe you can. It'll be kind of like that, so it'll give you quite a bit of to weld that into. So instead of being square where you'd have to bevel the edges and stuff to get more there, that should not be too bad. Well, you know, I actually do have, where's my hammer drill down here? Hang on, let me just clean up a bit of stuff here and we'll have a look at our box here. Okay, that is the brute. And yeah, these I got from, price isn't on them anymore, they were just sort of marked on with like a pencil thing, but they were cheap. And I got, I think, 2 of them. That's the one I was drilling with this morning. It was really not meant for drilling dirt, but it worked. So yeah, there's the other one. Yeah, $6.99 I paid for those. Pretty freaking dirt cheap, and they're even, you know, lasered with the Bosch name, BILLSTMAXX, all that lovely stuff. So I've actually got 2 of those, and that's actually what this one looked like new. You know, more pyramid-y, pointy looking. And these are the ones I got with the machine. Well, I bought with the machine. And they're apparently some kind of self-sharpening weird thing there. But these things were like $35 a piece. They were ridiculous. I got that one, and then a self-sharpening chisel or some crap. I don't know. I haven't even really used these ones yet. And then I got that first drill bit, and then this big feller here. That's the 1.5 inch big feller. Worked good. So I might actually should clean that bit up. It'll go rusty. I might actually sacrifice 2 of these bits here for all they cost. I got them there, and maybe we'll make 2 bits here, 2 different lengths. That'd be like pretty super awesome. You know, I'm out there cutting stuff, I might as well be cutting stuff. Strategically placed. Okay, so just close this fella up. Also, if you want to know what this is, it's a Bosch 11245 EVS, really good machine. This is kind of like we rented at the rental there, and it's the hammer drill or just the chipping. And it's on this side too. Yeah, it's got the speedometer gauge Dewey thing. You can turn it up or down. It works pretty good. So good little machine though. Not super cheap, but I've used one before. I'm like, yeah, that would be a handy tool to have. So that's why I got one. But anyway, so I'm gonna probably go have my lunch first. That's full of dirt. Have my lunch first, and then maybe we'll set up outside there with the cutter, and then we'll cut these 2 guys here. How and what and how I'm going to do that yet, I don't know. I'm going to have to probably set up something. Normally I've got my little table-y thing out here I would have probably used, but it's covered in snow. And probably not too usable, so I don't know exactly. I might have to set up my sawhorses or something. Oh, maybe that table's not too bad. Let's get her maybe positioned in front here. Probably frozen down though. Oh, not too bad. Yeah, I think that'll mostly work. And I can cut on that. I think that'll work. Alright, just before we get started with cutting, I'm going to check my electrodes and nozzles and stuff in here. Probably needing to replace So now what was this one called? Oh, I haven't used these for a while, so I forgot what they're called now. The actual names. That's like a nozzle, I think there. Nozzle. So that's a nozzle. And it's good focus here. Well, sort of focus. It's not in super great shape here, so I think I'm going to switch that. I got a little kit here with nozzles. So there's a comparison for you. We'll try to get a comparison shot. There's an old one, of course, that we just shown you, and a new one. Yeah, so I think I'm going to switch that. It's not looking too good. And the little swirl ring is that. That's usually doesn't get any wear on it. It's pretty good. But that's the actual electrode, and it's pretty bad actually. It's probably a good thing I did switch this one. If we can get a shot there. See that pretty big pit there. That's not really a good thing. So I've got some new ones. We'll do a comparison. So new and old. Yeah, probably do. So we shall switch that. So we get our, oh yeah, and this guy here, sometimes these get clogged up. These shields here. This one's probably not great. I got some new ones up here. Let's just have a comparison of them two. I might switch it, I might not, I don't know. It's not a whole lot of cutting, so yeah, I don't know. It's got a bit of wear on this one, but I don't think I'm gonna fret too much over it. I'll just run this one for this cut. Okay, so these it blows stuff out of the sides of these too, and sometimes they get kind of caked with stuff. And sometimes you can break it out. So that one's good. And then this thing I've actually had to replace it too, and I did a bunch of, like a lot of cutting. This is the retaining cap, they call it. This is actually like a fiberglassy stuff here. It started all fraying. Oh, there it is there actually. It starts all fraying and going crappy. It's probably still fine, but like that's fraying fiberglassy stuff all over the place, like a fire heat resistant stuff, I guess, right? Okay, so that swirl ring, nope, nozzle goes down inside into the retaining what is that, shield. Swirl ring goes in, our new electrode goes in. That's it, she's reassembled. That just goes back onto the gun here. And now what that's going to do is the nozzle, once it gets used a bit, the nozzle, it's not quite as sharp and as nice and clean and stuff, and the hole actually gets bigger on that. You can see the swirly there too, right? It actually will start not cutting good and blowing more slag and not making a very nice precise cut, so that's why you got to kind of keep up on those. Same with the other electrode part too. These guys here, you got to keep them up pretty good too. So now somewhere up here hanging, I got a bunch more of this stuff. Yeah, I got more. Got them in a big kit. There's some more nozzles and stuff, which I don't really have any more room for right now. And I thought I had more electrodes too, but I must have maybe put them all in here. I can't remember now, but they're probably hanging up here somewhere too. But anyways, there we go. Oh yeah, electrodes, there we go. Get rid of them. So I'm gonna actually, I got a couple of old ones here too, and I'm just gonna scrap them. I thought, maybe I'll keep them just in case I needed one bad, but I got a whole pack of these things now, so it looks like 1, 2, 3, 4. I can put all of these. Really? I can put all these in here now. That's good. Fill my kit up again. And I don't know. I don't want to keep that, I guess. I have to empty my garbage can out soon. Okay. Yeah, that should be good. And yeah, there's other things in here too. Well, there's actually it's an old nozzle. That one's, I think, was the original one. It's pretty rough. Probably scrap it too. Maybe I don't need it. What the heck, eh? And that nozzle doesn't look super too bad, so I might hang on to it. There's different nozzles too here. I haven't really used any other ones here, but for gouging and stuff, it's, I guess it arcs it differently, or does it differently? I don't know. Whatever. That's that. We're good. And oh, there's, I gotta put those back up. And yeah, I'm gonna go grab a bit of lunch, and then we'll come back and start hacking. Okay, I think I'm just about ready to cut. I'm not too sure if I got these in a super good place here, but it's about sort of the best I can do. Anyways, I got a bit of straight edge here. I'm going to cut the sides with. Leave my 1/4 inch gap. Just double check her here first. That's pretty good. Okay, goggles on. There we go. I wondered why I hadn't heard my air compressor come on. Well, if you got it shut off, that'll do it. Okay, well, we're not looking too bad. This one's not too far off, actually. Just needs a little bit of cleaning out there. This guy here, I'm not sure what happened. I got caught on something and ended up kind of going screwy, but we're pretty close. Pretty darn close. Should need a little bit extra welding, you know, to fill her back in, but geez, we're not really too bad. So this one, I think if I just cleaned up a little bit on this, maybe squared it up a little bit better, we'll be actually looking pretty good. So, and for that I'm going to use my little burring tool. This thing works good. It just will tear through that pretty quick. So, oh man, almost at a battery. What the heck? Probably the cold. 19 minutes. Oh boy. Okay, so what I'm going to do is juice my battery on the camera, because we're not quite done today, and I'll get cleaning this out while it's juicing and then getting them fitting better. Okay, we got ourselves a pair of pants. Kind of, sort of. So I'm just trying to think here. When you're chipping, this thing would spin. If you were if you were hammer drilling, it will spin. Now, I guess it doesn't really matter where we weld this to this. I'm thinking, well, I gotta weld it like this, or I gotta weld it like that, but I kind of don't really think it's gonna maybe matter so much. I don't know. Now if I turn that on to hammer drill, I wonder if that would actually drill and turn this too. It probably would. Let's plug her in here. Okay, now I don't know what's going to happen here. Oh, okay. So really it's not going to matter, because the bit's locked in, but now if I just turn this to a straight hammer, which I would use when I'm chipping, this thing's going to end up sitting like that. Weird. So I guess really I'll just line her up somewhere like there and drill her on, and then, you know, if it's not sitting right when you want to just chip, you just have to kind of snort it like that. So I'll get this set up somehow here to weld. I'm not working on this one quite today. I got it cut out, but there was a lot of machining sort of kind of to go into this, and I sharpened her and stuff, and you know, that was a lot of grinding, so I'm probably not going to get to that one today. But anyways, see, these lock in a special way too, right? So we'll get this set up here, clear a bit of debris, and yeah, the other one, see, it had a bit of a cup to it, but I'm not going to try to heat this up and try to bend her just to, nah, it's not worth the fighting with it. But anyways, we'll get that welded in there. I better put something up on my counter here so I don't melt it. Either that or do it on the floor, or I could, I guess, do it back at the back there too. Maybe that'd be a better idea. Well, there we go. She is welded. Should hold. Worried about it, you know, snapping right here or something stupid, because I, you know, heated her up and wrecked her now. Pardon me, what we'll call tempering, but I think it should probably work okay for frost. Now concrete, yeah, no, it's not going to do that. But you know, like I couldn't go and bust through the floor here. No, that's not going to work. But for frost, I think it should be good once you start breaking off chunks, and you know, start at the edge and down and down. I think it'll be all right. I think. I don't know. Of course, I haven't tried it yet, and it's really hot. But probably won't get to try that today. She's going to take a bit to cool, but you can see the different heats, eh? Oh boy, I don't know. This stuff's pretty soft here. It didn't really take a whole lot to grind it. It was just the time to get it down, you know. But yeah, I think for frost and stuff it should be fine. But yeah, concrete, no. Maybe it might even do asphalt too. I don't know. Asphalt in the summer would be kind of soft and might be all right, but for this frost stuff, I think it should be okay. So we'll have to let her cool, of course. Stay cool. And I beefed her up with some washers here, so I kind of got them all the same. Oh, it's welded together. All the same, you know. So, woo, hot, hot, hot. Okay, but yeah, that's about it for that today, I guess. I'll have to try that. I'll get a little spot cleared off, maybe back here somewhere, get the generator out, and then try her out. I might even have to try it when I dig this hole. I don't know, for Saturday. I think it was Saturday here, but I can't film that for you, so I'll have to just find somewhere and try chiseling some with it. And anyways, we'll finish up today. We're going to have a look at the old 110G John Deere. I know absolutely nothing about this machine, so you know, I don't know why it was retired, but probably because the head blew apart. But first, we're going to look at the spark plug and see if it's sparking. If she's not sparking, well, that's not good. Another Champion spark plug. It's a Champion. Can't even read it. It's got too much gook on it. A Champion CJ7Y. And it's not looking too bad. So now how am I going to ground this out here? Because I can probably do it this way. Okay, so that's on there. I'll let you know if there's spark here or not. Oh. Yeah, we got spark. So that's good. Now, just for fun, let me find my compression tester. We'll test compression on this guy. Okay, that's my compression tester, and we need to remove this adapter here for the smaller hole here. You guys are in the shot. Now, I don't know what this is supposed to put out, as in if it was new, but it should be, I think, over 100 psi. Now, that's going to be hard to... I can't get that in any further. So, what we're looking for is the 100 there, so we'll give her some... Turn that off again. Well, we're doing good. We're 110, 20, 30, 110. 100 and just under 110, so that's good. That's a good sign. We got compression anyhow in the old girl here. Now, you know what? Ah, crap. I haven't got any mixed gas mixed up right now. Well, that's not much good. So, oh, I forgot to put that in this wrapper dewey. So, I don't know what to say about that. Because I haven't got any mixed gas. I don't really sort of use it this time of year. I guess I could dump it out at something else. Something that's probably still got a little bit in it from last year there. So we'll put the spark plug back in. And I'm probably about 99% sure that the carburetor will be no good on this guy. I don't even know what the heck it is, so let's have a look at the air filter here too. Oh, weird, it's got like a little, oh, that's not good. It's all deteriorated. A little squarey kind of filter. That's sort of kind of different. Oh, tanks. Oh, that's not good. Well, she might not hold too much gas. Oh man, it's just rotten. She is just rotten. Oh wow. Oh yeah, she's rotten. She's not gonna hold much gas. It's either that or it got broken or something. Maybe that's why it was retired. Oh. Now that's interesting. That looks like my writing. Ran great November 3rd, 2005. I think that is my writing. So what happened there though, I don't know. That's it's not too good though. She's all gone crunky and junky and crappy from the old gas in her. So that unfortunately is not too good. So I don't know what we're gonna do now, but that tank's no good. I mean, I can hook up probably something else to it. There is a breather here, it looks like, and then just the fuel line. Ooh, the fuel line's really hard too, though. That's not good, but it looks like it ran great. So unfortunately, I think that's probably as far as I'm going to go with it. Look, it says here for Deere and Company, made in Japan. Wow. Imported by John Deere Limited, Grimsby, Ontario. There you go. So, trimmer head turns as engine starts. So that's a direct drive. There's no clutch or nothing in there. Well, that's too bad. Yeah, the fuel lines are pretty hard. You break them getting them off, I think. We could stick a little wee tiny bit of gas maybe down inside of here and see if it'll just go brrrr. That'll be it. Well, that'll be it. Now this is straight gas, so we'll try this at home, boys and girls. This will probably hydrolock it here too. It probably won't do nothing. It'll just go, oh! It'll break my arm off, kind of thing. Okay. Turn that on. That's on. Ooh. Oh. That's it. Yeah, that's it. Well, it probably would go if it had a good tank, and you know, hard to say about this carburetor here, but oh, that's kind of cool. This has got a slide in the carburetor here. I don't know if I can be able to show you this or not. That's kind of different, but she didn't have a bad tank like that. Ooh, and a really bad filter. Oh, she broke. Just kind of leave that like that. And just sew her back together like that. And should be a museum piece. How about that? Because I don't think I can do too much more with that fella there because of the tank and stuff. You know, I could probably find one used somewhere, but you know, it's not like I'm going to use this machine, so there's no point in me throwing money into it, right? So anyways, there we go. So I do now remember why I got this stuff. I was going to use it above my door there, but I actually just used some silicone, fill that back, and they actually filled that with mortar there, like a thin mortar. Thought that would be good, but it shrinks, fell apart, and it was leaking like crazy, so I think that's helped a little bit now. Yeah, I don't feel nothing there now, so that's good. Still a bit mushy. But anyways, I got this stuff for on the other side of my fan where it all fell apart and chipped out. I need to fill her back in with some stuff. And that's why I got that. So I've been thinking of getting some of that stuff for a while, and there we go. I can't do that though until it's warmer outside, and weather-wise, weather-wise, we're up here. Well, Wednesday -3. I'd rather do it when it's a little bit above. And you gotta do it, because this stuff is pretty much, even tells you in the can, expect one use only. One time use should be expected. Can't really see that, I know, but it's yeah, it dries in the stick here really fast, and once the, I guess, I don't know if there's how these cans work, if there's 2 compartments in this that join together and come out the top and through the stick, and it mixes, and then it starts to do its thing when it gets out into the oxygen. I'm not sure how these work, but maybe it's all one thing in there, I don't know. But yeah, once she starts to harden up, it says here, tacky foam dissolves with acetone. Skin and cured foam. All foams must be mechanically removed or allowed to wear off in time. Great, so don't get it on your hands. Void fills 50% mist water to speed cure. Wow, so if you get it wet, it even goes faster. Pretty good stuff, you know. When they first come out, this is like, wow, that's awesome. Now you can get your whole house sprayed with this stuff, you know. But yeah, you can see Buddy's doing his window dewies there and stuff, right? So when they did our house windows, they just kept stuffing insulation in there. I'm like, look, that's not doing anything if you just keep firing that in there. You know, like pink insulation, you can't just sort of keep stuffing it, because that's making it actually worse. But I don't know, whatever. So yeah, we'll get that sprayed in there on a good day, and help with that out there, hopefully a little bit. So, little kind of annoying kind of news with this thing. When I had it outside there, I left it outside. It was out all day. This was the other day there when it was like -18-ish around there, -15, 18. I left it outside all day. Came, closed the gate that night. I thought, I'm going to run down and try starting that thing just for fun. And it started on the second, you know, boom, away she went. I'm like, oh, okay, that's good. And all was good. Now, I come down the next morning, had a bit of snow to do, and it was doing the thing again. I'm like, what the frig? It just started last night. And it wasn't any colder, it was actually a little warmer. So, I really don't know what's going on here, but that almost seemed like something had drained the battery overnight. Because like it started fine the night before. Shut it off, there's no lights on, there's nothing left on that I know of. Well, I know there wasn't anything left on, but there might have been, you know, something that was draining something somewhere. And yeah, I come down the next morning, still had the plow and everything, thought, okay, I'll just let it warm up for a bit and then we'll go plow. And that was it. I'm like, really? What is going on with this thing? I'm like, holy crap, it's freaking driving me nuts. So, I plugged it in, the block heater, went and did the snow with the other little guy, which was fine, and come back an hour and a bit later and just bang, just started just like that. So I'm like, what is going on here? There's something's weird somewhere, and I can't seem to find out what it is. Thought the starter was the remedy, which, yeah, it should spin over faster, it should be better, but something seemed to parasitically drain the battery overnight there. And I can't think of what. I don't think there's any like little computer that might have sucked a little bit of juice out of her, but I don't know. Now, I didn't have to jump it after it heated. I just turned the key away, she went just like it was a summer day. So I'm like, what is going on here? I don't know. I don't really know enough about the electronic-y side of it to pinpoint what the heck it would be, because why would it start fine the night before when it was actually colder, sat all night, Went to fire it up the next day. It was actually a little bit warmer than the night before, and it wouldn't go. Plugged the heater in for an hour, and then it's just fine. I don't know. I don't know what's going on. I'm really kind of wondering if it's a combination between like the thick engine oil trying to get pumped through the pump, as well as maybe something wrong with maybe a decompressor on the engine. Now, I would kind of imagine that they would have a decompression on this engine somehow. Probably leaves a valve, or the exhaust valves maybe open a little hair bit while it's starting to start, and then once it comes up to speed, it probably turns them off or whatever, the lifter's off there, and then it just runs like normal. Well, if that thing's malfunctioned, or if it's out of, not, I wouldn't say spec, if it's out of measurement or something, I don't exactly know how those work, but I kind of think that there's something maybe wrong with the decompression thing. But it just doesn't make sense that it started up fine the night before. Like, what a mystery. So, I don't really know. Like, I don't know what to say. Like, maybe I should get her into the John Deere guys and they can keep her for, you know, a couple weeks and test her and try her out, and maybe I'll rent something else like a 310 or something just to cover while this thing's away, you know. But it's really kind of ticking me off, because, you know, I'd love to fix it, but I don't really know what's wrong. So yeah, but I mean, even the John Deere guy, now this is only the parts guy, mind you, but he looked in any service bulletins or anything that were on these, and he's like, no, there's nothing for starting stuff, for like starting or cold starting or anything. I'm like, I don't know, like something's not right. So I don't know. And, you know, I can't tell you or say to you what's up, how many volts the battery was at, because I didn't have my tester on it, so I don't know. But man, it's frustrating. I'm gonna tell you, it's frustrating. So I might have to call the service guys and get them to take it for, you know, a couple of weeks or something, and they can, you know, have it when it's cold and try to start it and see, you know, what's doing what where. And I'm sure they got draw testers and all that. They can test, you know, and see what's drawing where, what, or who or how or high. So but yeah, because, you know, I know it's not a brand new machine, but when it was, you know, a couple of years old even, it would just start outside in the cold like nothing. Like, it didn't have that cranking issue. It might have cranked more, boom, and then she went, but not like and that was it. I was like, the battery's like been draining out overnight or something weird. I don't know. So, oh, I'm gonna have to think about it and maybe get them guys to come down and get it, and I can rent a new machine, rent a nice big machine, because they rent Premier Equipment rents machinery too. I should actually give them a buzz to see how much a machine would cost. I mean, it doesn't really matter. If I need a machine, I need a machine, right? So for digging, especially this time of year, maybe I should rent one all winter, leave this one alone. Yeah, that's an idea. That'd cost a fortune. It was probably $1,000 a week, if not more. So, but anyways, yeah, lots of fun. Okay, I just called them fellers. That's not too good of a call. He says he's got a 310 backhoe, but he rents it out for winter snow clearing. So I guess they must rent it out to somebody or whatever that has a great big snowplow for it, and clearing parking lots and stuff or whatever, you know. So he says, yeah, that won't be back till April. I'm like, oh, March. Well, maybe that's not too bad. I can maybe, I don't know, it'll be warm by then, and then he won't be able to. Oh man. So I'm gonna figure out something else, because all he had was mini excavators, and he didn't really tell me what. He just said 17, 27, and 35, whatever that means. The 30, he says the 27 is a comparable one. Are we focused? Comparable to the 110, and weekly $900. 35, which is quite a bit bigger. Weekly $1,200. So, but that's no good to me for having an excavator, because I need something to carry the dirt back to the hole to fill it back in. Which those just have that little kind of cheesy push blade on the front, which probably would sit there and spin, and I wouldn't be able to. Yeah, it wouldn't work. Really need something with like a digger, backhoe, and a front loader. So that's kind of kiboshed. So I don't know what I'm gonna do. Dear, oh dear. The only thing I could do is I'd have to shut the burials down until the thing got back. That's about the only thing I could do. Oh man, what a freaking nuisance. Because, you know, if they start digging into the engine on this guy here, that's going to probably maybe have it apart for a couple of weeks. Depending on if they got to get parts or whatever too for, I don't know, like maybe there's nothing wrong with it. But they don't know that till they get into it, right? So, really? But anyways, I guess we'll just run her like this for now, and you know, I'll just have to heat her up if I leave it outside, or I guess, you know, worst comes to worst, I could plug my generator beside it if I had to leave it out back somewhere and it's really cold. I'd have to plug my generator and let it sit there and run for an hour, which, you know, would be fine, and run the heater, but that kind of sucks. So anyways, that's going to be about it for today. I got people coming to pick out land out here for the thing for Saturday. I think it was Saturday or Friday or Saturday or something. And got to go do that. And yeah, I test drilled back there today, and I had about 14 inches of frost. So I'm going to have to try to steer them to that area, because the other side of that field, I don't know what was going on there. There was like 30 inches. Why is this not focusing? I don't know. But anyways, that's it for today. I don't know whether I'll have time for a kinder today, because as soon as I'm done with these people, I'm going to have to go and start editing this, because this is a fairly long video today. So we've, I think, got 2 kinders left, and that's it. So, but anyways, we'll save them for another day and do them later. But anyways, thanks for watching today. We'll try our new tool out here soon too. We'll find somewhere and try chiseling some crap with it. See how it works. Maybe it's not going to work. I don't know. We'll see. Hopefully it works. Who knows? But anyways, have a good night. Thanks for watching, and we'll catch ya. What are we doing tomorrow? Oh, garage door guy's coming tomorrow. That's right. Okay, so I don't know what we're going to be doing tomorrow, but we'll see. But anyways, have a good night. Thanks for watching, and we'll catch you when we catch you.